Hey y'all, we are cooking away the blues. Now, after cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 200 young men all week long, what I like to do to relax on the weekends is to make biscuits. Sometimes, when I go into that dark place in my mind, doing something with my hands, doing something creative, doing something that brings my life meaning, helps me snap out of that darkness and step into the light. Gets me out of my head and into my heart where I'm doing something that I love. Today we're making biscuits. Now, the very first video I made was some really simple biscuits that you don't roll out, you just plop on a pan and bake them. Today we're getting a little more complex, but these are delicious flaky biscuits. All you need is a rolling pin, a floured surface, and a bowl, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Watch this. I've got the oven preheating at 450. Let's take a look at the ingredients. I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I prefer white lily flour. I have 1 cup of cake flour. I have 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I have 3 tablespoons of chilled vegetable shortening cut into pieces, 5 tablespoons of chilled butter cut into pieces, and 3/4 cup of buttermilk. You can also use regular milk. I also have a little butter that I've set aside to brush the tops of the biscuits when we're ready. I have a floured work surface, a rolling pin, and 1 big bowl. The first thing we're going to do is to take all the dry ingredients, both flours, the sugar, the salt, the baking powder, put it in a big bowl, and we're going to stir it with a fork. Next, we take the chilled butter and the chilled shortening, put that in the flour, and we mix that up with our fingers until it is like the consistency of oatmeal, something like that. You can use a fork, you can use 2 knives. I like getting my hands dirty. There's something about it that just makes everything okay. Next, we pour in the buttermilk. Now, if the dough becomes too wet, we'll add some more flour. If it's too dry, we'll add some more milk. And like I said, you can use buttermilk or regular milk. I like the flavor of the sour buttermilk. So you want to be able to hold this dough in your hands without it sticking to your hands. If it sticks to your hands, just add a little more flour. Then you let the dough rest for about a minute. Now the dough has rested for a minute. It's not sticking to my lightly floured hands. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the floured surface. Now I'm going to put some flour on my rolling pin, and I'm going to roll that dough into a rectangle. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not after perfection here. Put a little flour on top so it doesn't stick to my rolling pin. There's that. Now we're going to fold it. We're going to fold this side into the middle and this side, and then we're going to fold this in half, just like that. We'll roll it out again. And now we're ready to cut the biscuits. Instead of using a biscuit cutter and having scraps, because you're cutting round shapes into a rectangular dough, I just prefer to use a knife. You can get a little flour on it like that. And we're just going to make some square biscuits. Just like that. Now we're going to place these biscuits on an ungreased cookie sheet. "12 biscuits. Then we're going to spoon some melted butter on top, of course. Next, we're going to put them in a 450 degree preheated oven. All right. Now we're going to bake those biscuits for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're lightly browned. Now, after 12 minutes, let's see how those biscuits look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at those biscuits. Look at those layers. Nice and flaky. Yummy! All right, it's biscuit time. I like to do a little butter on there. Some strawberry jelly. Now let's see. Cooking away the blues. I'll tell you what, my doctor asked me why my cholesterol is so high. I said, have you seen my YouTube channel? What do you think, Elvis? What do you think? You want a biscuit? That's a good boy. Please like, share, and follow. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tune in next time. We're going to be making scones and popovers. A lot of cool stuff coming up. Take care of yourself. If you can, take care of somebody else. Peace, love, and keep on cooking.